Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. We're going to get into an emotion here that we might be dealing with, looking for a way to navigate our way through it. So we got repulsed. Got this, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, I think. And when I think of that, it is filthy. Something came in and I just can't bear it anymore. It is, whether physically or energetically, some action, some action someone else did. Uh, when we start to get more connected, like I love this analogy, and let's look at like irritable bowel syndrome or something along those lines where I need to sneeze or cough. There is something our body is responding to that I need to get rid of. If we look at IBS, like somebody said something or an experience that makes me feel uncomfortable, I don't like this. I want to get it out of here. I need to remove it. Same thing with an action. Maybe we did an action and we have this guilt, this shame over it. And I want it to go away. I need it gone. It is making me feel horrible or diseased, riddled with disgust. Maybe there is uh, neighbors that have lots of foul. Or we can look at odors, foul odors, anything along these lines. Something is taking place. We're noticing it. We are responding to it, and we want to get rid of it. The opposite would be cleanliness. How do we get this cleared up? So we can look at, not saying that this is taking place, but just from many, many years ago, I've had experiences where, you know, when things start to bother us like this, uh, we start to obviously see it everywhere. We can create it. It is inside of us. It is, we're seeing things and we're repulsed by it. And since we have the mirror ability, we're co-creating here. If I'm dwelling on that, I'm going to project that out and my external is going to prove that to me. I'm going to keep seeing it. And it's like you can't get clean. You can't remove this from your space. It follows me. Say it's a living situation. You move, well, it's still following you because we feel it unless we felt that we had an ability to completely remove it. So it really depends how this is working out in your life, in your experience. Is it something that you can remove yourself from? And if we have, is it following us now? Well, then it's something internal. It's also this whole projection aspect. I'm not saying this is connected, but as an analogy, like let's look at uh, having a bad breakup and getting out of that relationship. And now I think all women are the devil and are horrible and they just want to use. Same thing if you were a woman and now you think all men are like this. That is a scarring that we had a bad experience and now we are projecting that onto every situation. Same thing with animals or uh, certain smells, certain people, certain hair colors, whatever. We're categorizing something from a traumatic experience inside of us and we're projecting that out. And we're going to be proven it. It's going to be proven true because we believe it inside. And whatever we believe is our experience, it's our truth. So if I believe something, I project that out and I'm going to get proven it and see, I knew it. That person's an asshole. That person's a gold digger. Whatever it is, I'm going to continuously be reminded of this. So I'm not taking away the aspect that whatever may have taken place uh, was filthy, is gross, is unacceptable. That is a real thing. But did we ever get ourselves to a place to feel clean, to cleanse, to remove this energy? And then we have to be okay with, hey, I built these walls for healing, for cleansing, whatever it was. And at some point, we got to take them down and make them fences. So picture a nice fence there in the yard, and it's the white one or the wooden one, and it's got the slats, and you can see through it, but I can't walk through it. So It's not a wall like a castle that no one can see in or out. That's used for healing. And however long we stay there, we stay there. But we have to be open to the idea that, hey, I put myself in here and I put myself in here to heal, which is great. Not There's no blame here. But if I want to experience the world again and interactions with people, I have to view them through a fence. I have to be open with that. And if I start to get triggered again, I have to ask myself, hey, am I projecting this? Or is this really, you know, is there really something here going on? So we got the Six of Wands, victorious. This is getting to that place, that healing stage, and being able to live again, being able to be in that space. This is that wall fence analogy. Uh, Something did take place, whether it was energetically attacking, it was a wound inside of us, it was a repeating cycle, whatever it was. And then we built the walls and we came in and we healed. We may still be in those walls, but it's coming to a place to take the walls down, build the fence, and be able to see. And seeing is discernment. It is going in with an open mind. It's removing that projection. We all project to some extent to another in good ways and in bad ways, whatever we deem positive versus negative. But with that fence, uh, I'm not going to project right away that that person's bad or this person's good. I'm going to allow them to prove to me. And then I choose if they want to come through that fence or not. They just can't bust through. That's trespassing, if we think of it that way. But I'm going to be open with it and live again, have these experiences again. Nine of Pentacles, self-sufficiency. This is depending on ourselves to make these decisions, which is that, hey, I healed enough. I got to this place. I can see now. Yes, what took place was real and it did affect me. And I'm leaving that space now because I'm not going to allow what happened to me to keep me here, to keep me in behind these castle walls. I can live again. That castle wall is dark in there. If we ever see movies in like the medieval times, it's always cloudy. It looks pretty miserable. And there's a lot of filth in there if we really think about it. All the horse manure, human feces, all that kind of stuff stays in that space unless they haul it away somewhere. If we really think, it was pretty unsanitary times back then. So when we kind of carry this and we dwell on that experience, we're kind of keeping it in there. The walls were built to understand and to heal, but that filth is still in us. It's still in that space. It's in those walls. When we drop those walls and let the fence and the breeze to air it out, to be again, we release it. That's going on the aspect of this person did this to me, or whatever took place, or whatever situation, experience happened, and it scarred us. Yeah, it did. I'm not taking that away. But even if we remove ourselves from that, and we stay in that space of uh, the victim to it, the victim to the circumstance, to the person, whatever it may be, we're still tethered to it. We're still connected, and it's controlling us. It still has its grip, and we'll feel that way. And until we go through that process and we decide to build defenses, can we feel uh, that breeze, the cleanliness, the sun, the flowers to grow. So we got Page of Wands. Came out sideways. We're going with that. We're looking at enthusiasm and recklessness. Uh, this is this is going out into the world again. And I'm not saying that we were completely in hermit mode, but whatever the situation was around or connected to, we pulled back. We deemed it as dangerous. And we're on the fence of, it's dangerous, or can I run to it open arms? I think what we're looking at here in the middle is called discernment. It is that fence, looking through it. I can see, but I can use what I learned. That's the best part about life. Every experience we're ever in is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to see the truth. And it's what we do with the truth that decides our future, obviously. But we can be really open with it. What happened? Yeah. But I'm not going to project that onto every person, every experience, every situation. Because if I do, it owns me. It has now put me in this place. We can look at as we get older, obviously we had more experiences, and that can be a bad thing at times because we allow them all to control us. Well, I'll never do that again. I'm never going to experience that again. I learned my lesson. But what if what happened there was actually a wound? Like we were working out of a wound, and that's why we were in that situation. And then we healed the wound. So I'm never going to go back into that situation, but I can now because I'm not making the decision for the wound or the insecurity, because that process allowed me to heal it or to see it, to understand it, to gain that discernment. And now I can go have that experience again. And I'm not going to have the same outcome that I did before, but instead, I'm going to not do it because I saw what happened. So that's where we really get ourselves strung up, because if we didn't have those experiences, we wouldn't learn. And with that learning experience, well, now it's like I'm just going to run from it. I'm never going to do it again. But in reality, going through that experience, I gained everything I needed to not live that again, but I could still have an experience like it. So that's where the whole wall and fence analogy comes in, that it's okay. We learned. We got the lovers reversed, conflict. This could be relationship, romantic, platonic, but also internal. Conflict with ourselves. I don't trust myself. I don't trust myself to make a decision for any experience because of what happened last time. Same thing in the romantic relationship, really projecting our past onto the future or to new opportunities or people coming in. Uh, that's self-sabotaging indirectly. We are running from things because we're afraid of what happened, or I don't trust myself, or I don't want to have that experience again. That is uh, being still stuck there, being in that space. And that's okay if you're there. But I know deep down inside you would want that. You wanted it before. I'm sure you want it again. But we're afraid, and that's okay. But that fear is built on the past in a wounded space, or not having our discernment, falling for things. Now we have to be aware that come in here and psychoanalyze every person that comes here. We're going to look for a problem to validate our reason to run. It's really going back to that fence aspect, that we got to be open and live a little. Otherwise, we will inevitably destroy everything because we want to prove to ourselves that we're right, that that person, every person is bad. We'll get one last card here. Knight of Pentacles reversed, procrastination. This is getting into those walls. I don't want to take them down yet, but I'm probably complaining a little bit of how things are. Why can't the perfect person just walk here and check all my boxes? Uh, there probably was multiples, but we didn't want to see it because we're projecting. We are projecting this out, and that means it's still inside. That means our walls are still up. So the question is to be honest with yourself now. And if you really do want something, but you're afraid, well, then we can take the walls down. Because you just been honest. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared of that. And I do project. I'm projecting the past onto the future. And that's not really fair for that person. That's not a them thing, it's a me thing. And instead, I should be more open minded and know that God, source, universe, divine, whoever it is that you're subscribed to, is on my side, understands that I did go through this experience here in the past, and I healed, I learned, and they're not going to put me in that cycle again because I learned and I know what to look for. but I'm not going to project that on everybody, and I'm going to give them a chance to prove themselves to me, and then I can decide whether I let them through my fence into my yard or not. I'm going to leave this here. If this resonated, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later. See ya.